Hey, and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. If you keep hearing the message over and over that you have to let something go, surrender, clear room for what it is that you want to come in, blah, 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 and you're like, okay, but what though? This space is for you. I'm Eleanor, and I've pulled some cards to try to get some clarity on this rather nebulous directive. So pile one, you have the Opalite, and I'm using the Midnight Magic Tarot right here, and you have Wolf. Pile two is the Lapis Lazuli. I am using the Harmony Tarot, and you have Shark. Pile three, you have the Shell. I'm using the Enchanted Forhaxa Tarot, and you have Elephant. All right, they are timestamped below, and let's get to it. Okay, pile one. Your affirmation is, nature loves me. Opening my heart to nature helps me feel happy and peaceful. And then you have the World, the King of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Okay. So it is time to let go of anything that isn't you. What parts of your identity are implanted or artificial? What parts of your psyche are programmed or conditioned unnaturally? And also, how many layers or floors are there between you and nature? Have you become such an indoor cat that you've forgotten that you're of this earth and not something like alien or separate from it? And it might be time to shed some of that layer, or at least any of it that is redundant anyway. Now with the World, it might be time to let a cycle end. It's like you've achieved a huge success, even though it might not seem like it. And there's no reason to deny yourself that closure. I feel like there's something anticlimactic about it though, and I get that. I feel like you've been like on a cliffhanger, waiting for something to resolve completely or satisfactorily, like season one of Firefly. It doesn't always happen with a bow. Sometimes the seasons change before we're ready and we just have to roll with it. Sometimes we never get closure and we have to move on, or we're going to wait our whole lives away. Now with the King of Cups, you'll be able to let go of this last cycle as is more easily if your emotional state isn't at the mercy of outside circumstances. So winning in this situation, it just won't look the way the outside world thinks it should look. Your win is staying true to your nature and not being or doing something that you're not to claim the trophy. So like, remember Troop Beverly Hills? I don't know, maybe it's too old for you, but like the Red Feathers team technically won the race or whatever by finishing first, but they left someone behind to do so. And our protagonists, they came in second, but they won because they had stopped to help the one the other team had abandoned. Now with Six of Swords, it goes along with the piece of this Wolf card, the goddess, in that she liked her quiet, peaceful life in the snow with her wolves, and she didn't like the noisy, crashing waves of the beach where her husband, the sea god, lived. So she went home. So surrender making yourself stay in a place or situation that is disruptive to your peace or where you cannot be yourself. Let go of trying to fit in by either contorting yourself or just sucking it up and being miserable. So this is surrendering a location and not making yourself be somewhere that you don't want to be. I mean, and it kind of looks like you're waiting for something to finish a certain way before you can leave a place or situation. They might be telling you that you can go anytime you decide and reclaim your emotional power from something that's not even really real. It's either an idea, it's a symbol, a hollow achievement, something like that. Something someone says that you're supposed to have, but might not even be something that you want deep down. You might just want peace. It's like, do I really want all these things or titles, or do I just want slow mornings and sunsets? I don't know. That's what I have for you, pile one. I hope it makes some sense, and I hope it helps you release, and I hope it helps you get into your hands what it is that you want. Thank you. Okay, pile two. Over there. Your affirmation is, nothing is impossible for the heart. Love will always find a way. And you have the Star, the King of Winter, that's like the King of Swords, and you have the Orchard. All right, pile two. right off the bat, let go of having to know how it's going to work or how the universe is going to pull it off for you. Allow yourself to be amazed and surprised. Now with the shark, let go of procrastination or waiting for things to make sense before trusting your heart. They say that procrastination can be a freeze response or perfectionism gone wrong. So don't let perfect get in the way of just starting. And there is fear with this, so surrendering fear, especially fear that you'll get it wrong. And as long as you keep moving, you can always course correct. And you're not getting distracted because there's something wrong with you that you can't focus. You're getting distracted possibly because you don't want to face something head on. You do not have to respond to every little distraction, but you do because it gives you a temporary out. Now you have the star, so it doesn't have to be a grind. This does call you to give yourself rewards and joys along the way, but to be intentional about it. There's like a conflation between rest and self-care with hiding and dissociating. Like the ways that you treat yourself should not be crossing over with your avoidance activities. So let go of avoidant habits and say yes to the things that actually fill you up. Like, does endless scrolling actually fuel your creativity, or does it trap you in an unproductive cycle? Does watching a tarot reading inspire you to go turn off YouTube and go create change? Or do you watch another one and go down a rabbit hole and wonder why after a whole day of it, your life is the same? Also with the King of Winter, surrender the insistence that you know everything and allow in some new knowledge. You might have to let go of some false facts once that you're presented with evidence to the contrary. And also allow an old mindset to fall away if it isn't serving you anymore, especially if it's blocking your heart center, blocking love flow, or blocking your intuition. Now the Orchard, that's like the World card in this deck. So I kind of touched on letting go of perfection. At least I think I did. But perfect isn't really a thing. And it's a goal that no one ever reaches. So you might as well chuck it. I mean, we reach goals all the time, but perfection is a mirage. It is an ever receding goal. The end of the rainbow, there's just no real corporeal place of it. The timer never dings on that, ever. And finally, let go of the hope of ever being completely finished or done. Growth is continuous. Life is cyclic. Time does not stop, even though it seems to while you're at work. But there's no perfect person for us. There's just a willingness. You choose someone that you mutually choose to travel life together and to evolve together and to learn together, because their growth is continuous too, and their life is cyclic too. There will always be a new challenge because life isn't a movie. It's more of a never-ending sitcom like The Simpsons. And with all of this water, surrender anything superfluous. Travel lighter if you can so that you're not pulled under by the weight of something that you don't have to carry. And finally, allow the ebb and flow. You cannot capture an ecstatic moment in a jar. It exists only because of contrast. So I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity, pile 2, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thank you. Okay, pile 3. Your affirmation is, it is easy for me to attract all that I need into my life. I do this by relaxing and trusting that things are going to work out perfectly. You have the 7 of Water, Justice, and the 9 of Air. First off, let go of waiting for confirmation before doing what you know needs to be done. The Elephant card, it says leadership here. Leaders don't wait for orders, they give them. So you might have to let go of people pleasing, waiting for that nod, or needing other people to like you before doing the right thing, or taking decisive action that no doubt inevitably someone is going to disapprove of. And that's in the 7 of Water too, trying to predict every possible outcome, trying to find the option that makes everybody happy, the win-win-win-win situation, trying to find out what other people think or feel and putting it above your own best interests or desires. So, and also surrender waiting to be rescued. I haven't seen Damsel yet. I can't wait. I feel like it's coming at a great time when we need this reminder. Like, White Knight shit is dead. So waiting for someone else to do something is taking away valuable time from you actually achieving it. And it is 100% giving your power away. And you have so much of it. And that's what they want you to do with it, is piss it away. Now with justice, surrender the idea that you can control anything outside of yourself, especially with an affirmation like this. 7 of water next to it. Wishful thinking isn't going to bypass the laws of physics, the laws of the land, the laws of nature, cosmic order, none of it. This is very nuanced. There is falling back and trusting cosmic order, and that being the key to your manifestation because you're in the universal flow. And then there's envisioning something as though it's far away, which enforces the distance and the separation between it and you and brings you more of that. I hope that makes some sense. So when you trust, you act as if, and when you act as if, you create it. And if you do nothing but watch it like a movie in your mind, you'll get about as far as if you had spent the day watching TV. So with 9 of air, your anxieties and your fears, once again, relaxing and trusting. Both of these, the 7 of water, the 9 of air, are etheric, ephemeral, cerebral, conceptual energies. Nothing conjured in them is really real. So on one hand, you have your most pleasurable fantasies, and on the other, you have your worst nightmares. And neither one of them becomes so just because they live in your mind. You're the one behind the wheel with elephant energy. And it's okay to have them, but surrender the idea that either one have any real power over you or your life. There is no such thing as a worry bubble that if you hold it forcefully enough, it'll ward off bad things. Trust me, I know the worry bubble. I consider myself responsible for every bad thing that ever happens because I didn't worry hard enough about it in bed at night. Everything is the result of an action, cause and effect. Worry enough to strategize a real contingency plan and then let the rest go. And same with fantasy. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's necessary, it's imagination, it's creative, and it's also hypnotic and can sing you away from taking action on making it happen. So once again, if you want an effect, create the cause. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. I hope it gives you a little bit of clarity and direction, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thank you.